but my dreams, they aren't as empty as my...
G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit, originally written and recorded by The Who. But personally, I grew up with the Limp Bizkit version, so that's why I'm teaching this particular rendition. This song has some really great flat picking riffs and some interesting strumming patterns, so it's going to be really good to push those beginners to that sort of next level. For the basics, you'll just need guitar and standard tuning and you won't need a capo. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve in guitar in general, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, so let's start with the intro / verse riff, which is a lot of fun to play, and it's also a great flat picking exercise. So we're going to start with an E minor chord here. So use your index and middle finger, and we're going to arpeggiate this chord at eighth notes. So we're going to start with the 6th string, 5th, 4th, 3rd, and then we're going to pluck the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In the tab below, I also have my suggested picking motion as well. So down, 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 up, 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 like that. Now in terms of flat picking, a little tip that you can use is to use your index and middle finger here as an anchor point. So just lightly rest them just below the sound hole here so that your hand isn't completely floating about. Now over time, you will get to a point where you might not need that anchor. But if you're starting out, it will be tricky and you'll feel like you're all over the place. So it's not a bad idea to use these fingers as an anchor point. And that way you get a bit more stability and accuracy with your picking. The next chord is a G6. So from the E minor, just take your middle finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and your ring finger will go onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We're going to be plucking the exact same notes, exact same timing, so all at 8th notes, and it will sound like this. Then for the 3rd bar, we're going to go to a D sus2. So keep your ring finger where it is, move your index finger down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. For our picking here, let's break this bar up into 2 sections. So for our first 4 notes, we'll go 4th string, 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd. So down, down, up, down. And then for our second group of 4 notes, we're going to go 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and then back to 2nd string with an up, up, down, up. And we put that together. And the 4th bar is the same as the 3rd bar, so it's just repeated through twice. That's it for the first line of tab, which will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the second line of tab, we go to a C add 9 chord shape. So it's the same as our G6 chord, but with our index and middle finger down 1 string. For our picking pattern here, again, let's break this up into groups of 4 notes. We're going to start with the 5th string, 4th string, 2nd string, and then back to the 4th with a down, down, up, down. Now the second half is 1st string, 2nd string, 4th, and back to 2nd with a up, up, down, up. And we're going to put that all together. And that's repeated through for 2 bars. And then the 3rd and the 4th bar, we change to an A sus2 chord. So just index and middle on the 2nd frets of the 3rd and 4th string. The picking pattern is identical to the picking pattern for the C add 9. So we don't change anything there, we just change our chord shape. And that's everything for the intro / verse. And that will sound like this at 75% speed. Now, just a quick tip, when you're practicing this, I would highly suggest that you practice along with a metronome to keep your timing accountable. Every click will be 2 notes. So click, 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 click. So that's one way to keep track of where you are with the metronome. Start at a slow speed, something like 70 to 80 BPM, and then slowly work your way up as you build accuracy with your picking hand. The next section to learn is the verse variation, which is used a couple of times in this song, especially in the first verse and the outro. Now, the only difference is in the final 3 bars of music. So after our bar of C add 9, we're gonna play another bar of that, but we're just gonna play the first 7 notes of that picking pattern. And then we're going to go to an A chord. So from the C add 9, I just collapse my index finger to bar across the 2nd frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So we're just focusing on the middle 4 strings here. You don't want the 6th string ringing out, so just use your thumb to lightly touch that on the top. So with our A chord, you're going to strum this with a down, up, down. So that's a quick little section there. And then we're going to put our ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, strum that down, it's A sus4, and then lift our ring finger back to the A on the next up strum. So down, up, and all together. So with this verse variation, the final line of tab will sound like this. Next, we move on to the chorus, and there's some tricky strumming patterns here, but if you take it slow, one bit at a time, you should be able to get it. Now, in terms of the chords, it's quite simple. There's just 3 lines of chords here. We have a C add 9 to D, and then a G for our first line of chords. Now, each set of chords here that I've notated below actually spans across 2 bars of music. I thought it'd just be easier to condense it down like this though. So the C add 9 to the D cover 2 bars of music. Now, the strumming pattern for the C add 9 to the D goes like this. Down, down, up. And you're going to play that once for the C add 9 and the D. So down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we go to a G chord where we're going to strum this with a down, down, up, down, 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 up. Put that all together in the first line of chords. For the second line of chords, we have a C add 9 to the D again, but we're going to go to an E major chord, and that E major chord, we're going to actually change to that just before the end of those 2 bars. So we have the C add 9, D for 2 strums, and then we go to our E chord, and we're going to strum this with a down, up, down. And then the final down strum is that next bar of music. So the C add 9, the D, and the first part of the E. Now that down, up, down is really quick. So that final down strum of that E major takes us to the start of this long strumming pattern here. Now the highlighted strums that you see down here is where we're going to momentarily go to an E sus4. So we'll take our pinky finger and put it on that 2nd fret of the 3rd string. All right, at the start of this full strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, and then E sus4 on the next up strum. And then back to our E with an up strum, and then we go up, down, E sus4 for 2 strums, back to the E, and then one more up strum to end it. A little bit confusing, but from the 1 beat. And this full line of chords together. And one more time. Then for the 3rd line of chords, we go to a B minor, and this is going to be strummed with a down, down, up, up, down, down, And then we go to a C chord with the exact same strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, 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 up. Then we go to a D chord, and it's almost the same as the previous two strumming patterns, except we remove the down strum on the 4 beat, which will sound like this. And then we finally end on an A sus2 chord. The first time we play it is the same as the D. But then the final time we play it, we change it slightly to this. And altogether, the final line of chords. So there's some tricky rhythms in there, but I highly encourage you to just take it slow, one chord at a time, and then slowly piece it together, one line of chords at a time, and then put the whole thing together, which will sound like this. And that's the final thing to learn in this song. So the verse variation, and the chorus, that's all there is to it, and you piece the whole song together from those 3 parts. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song with a vocal track on top for some context. A big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Behind
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here. Or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.